Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MamaBear back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a small little tip video on how to make money on this server. And it's going to be a few things that I think will help, and a few things that I believe are a little bit different than what people might do or how people might think, because things that I've seen on the server. And I thought I would help people who are new to the server and want to know how to make money, or maybe make it faster, or just haven't given it enough thought. Now, while I know most of you know how to make money on this server, I know the ways to make money if you are interested in money, because I know there's some of you that are not. But for those that are, here's your help. Here's your tips. Tip number 1, make a Pokeball farm. More importantly, make specific farms. This would be my tip. And this is because you can make more money off of certain Pokeballs than you can others. And you can make more of certain Pokeball tops than others. Like, for example, I personally have an Ultra Ball farm. And this is because you make more money off of these than anywhere. And this is specifically towards the shopkeepers right now. If you know, that is the tip, because right now, selling it to the shopkeeper, you can make $600 selling it to the shopkeepers, selling Ultra Balls specifically to the shopkeepers. And most other Pokeballs you can make $500 off of. But there are certain ones, like, for example, Premier Balls and Heal Balls, you make far, far less. Now, while you may like a Premier Ball because of the cool particle effect it has when you release your Pokemon, it's not something you want to make to yourself. At least not to the shopkeepers. But we'll get back to that. It is, those are 2 balls you aren't going to want to sell to the shopkeeper if you're looking to make a significant amount. Because otherwise you're going to have to make a lot. And most people don't want to spend that time on those. And while, yes, you can make mechanical anvils, and yes, it's easy to make them. It's not something you want to make if you want to make money. At least if you're selling to specifically the shopkeepers. Now, here is the partial of this tip. You can sell Pokeballs more to other players, especially those ones who are too lazy to want to make their own Pokeballs or make their own farms, or who are maybe waiting on their farms. Because not everyone is going to be like me, or maybe you, and have a donor rank. And so they aren't going to have these kits like you and I do, that will give you these Pokeballs, these Ultra Balls, and even Great Balls, Dust Ball, and Timer Balls. Yes, you get all those types of balls from having Baron Kit. And you get the rest of the kits below if you buy Baron. But if you sell player to player when it comes to Ultra Balls and things like that, make a shop. Build a shop on your land. And if you want to only sell Pokeballs, then make a Pokeball shop. To sell the Pokeballs in this specific tip. So that is tip number 1. Make a Pokeball farm and sell, make a specific Pokeball farm. Make a specific color, like for my Ultra Ball farm. And yes, I do have more than one farm. And yes, most people know that. Most people know that I have one that's a mixed colored one, and one that's mixed but is more towards Ultra Balls. And then I have my solely Ultra Ball farm. But that's because I have decided on what, my specific Pokeballs, but I also want all colors just in case I want to make my own for myself. And that would be the things like Premier Balls, because I personally like the particle effect. But my main goal is to make more money. So that, that's your tip. Tip number 1. And tip number 2 is going to have to do with these Pokestops. Now, there's something that I've been noticing that when it comes to these Pokestops. And people dropping their useless items. And by useless, I mean things like mail and berries that you may not want to use. And even On some cases, I have found that people sell their useless held items to get out of this. Now, here's the thing. If you want to make money, and while yes, it is chump change in the shopkeepers area, because most people don't want to buy these useless items like mail and things. So you're not gonna, you're not gonna be able to push the boundaries on that one. Sell them anyways. Sell them anyways, because even if it's 10 bucks or 25 bucks, like as most mail and some of the berries are, it is chump change, but it adds up after a while, and that's something that I think people don't think about. And if you don't want to keep it, that's why you drop it, is because you don't want it in your inventory. You don't want it taking up the space. It's a simple command to spawn and a simple command back. It takes 2 seconds. And, that's the thing that I've seen that bugs me, especially when people have been complaining about clear leg and whatnot. That's a good way to keep it down. Sell those useless items. And here is my third tip. It has nothing to do with Pixelmon items. It has everything to do with Minecraft items. You have people who are going to be too lazy to mine. Yes, people are going to be too lazy to go mining. And you're going to want to sell your ores, any ore, even the Pixelmon ore. And not necessarily emeralds, unless people are going to be looking to make a cloning machine. And now cloning machines are disabled. So, it's going to be more of a decor item than useful. But sell your ores, because people are going to be that lazy, but they're also going to make the Pokeballs. And they need the Pokeball bases, of course. And me personally, I'm going to be trying to sell iron for 10k a stack. Now, people may not go for this. People may decide, oh, well, this is too expensive, and that's fine. But this is the thing that people need to realize. People can make whatever price they want and sell it then. Some people may buy it, some people may not. It's hit and miss on that stuff. But even making sure you can sell the Pixelmon items, and this is why, because obviously you all know, if you're familiar with the server, we have move tutors. And if you go to these move tutors, you're going to see that, of course, you have your 3 moves, but you're also going to see when you come down and highlight one that it has a cost. Like this move Endeavor costs 5 aluminum ingots. Well, and even see here's a good reason to have emeralds, because some move tutor moves are going to cost emeralds as well. So if it's not just for your cloning machine, move tutors. That is a good thing to have around. Having those ores around for the move tutors is going to be a good thing, and it can make you some money. Because I've seen people trying to sell rubies and things for roughly 3k a stack. I assume it's by the stack and not by just a few. Because even to me, that would be overkill. So there is tip number 3. Make another shop for Minecraft items, or make another floor if you don't want to take up too much space for Minecraft items, especially the ores. And this brings me to another tip, and another partial tip into the same line. Have Pixelmon drops, like things like bones and glowstone, because people like me, you have seen me in my training videos, and most of my videos in my playthrough series so far, I've been training specifically in the savannah for bones, for my bone blocks, for my village. And you guys have seen my village, so you know that my window lining is bone blocks. Or pretty much any filled-in area is made of bone blocks. And, I try to buy them from people, but most people, honestly, don't want to do it, or don't want to, don't have them because of the work it takes, which is fine. That's fine. But be the person that thinks on the outside of the box. Get this stuff. It's hard stuff to get. It's time consuming. It's tedious work to get bones and even glowstone. And all you have to do is look up the Pixelmon drops, and you can find the fastest drop rate, the fastest spawn rate, and go for those Pokemon to get. That's another partial tip into the same line. And it could be part of your Minecraft shop. It could be part of your shop. If it's, you know, both Pixelmon and Minecraft items. So that's another tip. Here is, I'm going to go with maybe my final tip, because right now I can't think of anything off the top of my head, is take jobs that are offered. Like, for example, I have offered 50K to people, to anyone, you know, a person who wants to make money, 50K to get me bones, because I have spent weeks getting bones for my village. Days, hours, in fact. And you guys see that in my videos, in my training videos, so you guys know it's true that I spend most of my time in the savannah to get this stuff. And sometimes I want a break. I really do. And, you know, if you get those offers, take them. It's tedious work for you. At the same time, it's a payout for the person looking for the items, and a payout to you in money. So for right now, those are my tips. Those are some useful tips, quick tips on how to make money. And yes, they are probably basic, and yes, maybe you don't want to do them. Yes, they're going to be tedious. Yes, they're going to be something if someone's not lazy to do. But those are tips. Those are things that people may have not thought of. Things that people may not want to do. I have found people don't want to do a lot on this server. Yes, some of you who are watching are going to be willing to do that work, but some people are not. So, you know, offer to do the jobs, offer to do all that stuff, or take up people who offer to pay. And if it's not enough, then, you know, counter offer. Say you'll do, you'll do more. You want a little more, or something like that. Some people may go first, some people may not. Me, when I offer a job and I have a price set, that's my price set. I won't back down on it. I won't offer more. I won't agree to more. But, you know, that's just me. I'm stubborn. I'm very, very stubborn. But, you know, again, those are my useful tips. Very, very useful tips. I hope it helps somebody. I really do. You know, I really do. And you know, another small tip before we end this video is to know your market. Know who you're buying, you know who you're selling to. And you know, learn how far you can push a sell price. It's a good thing to know. I'm the one who's been the one that's been sort of pushing the market on rare candies. Because I know someone who sells them for more than I do, but at the same time, I don't know how many he sells, because it's about $1,000 more than I sell mine for. So that's another small little tip. That's a few tips. Those are my few tips, and we're gonna end this video before I come up with more. And if I come up with more, maybe I'll make another video. But you know, just ask. Don't be afraid to ask people how to make money. You know, making money is different on here than it was on our 1.7, you know, server. So, you know, don't be afraid to ask how to make money. But this is my video. This is my helpful tips. Hopefully helpful. You don't have to use them, but if you want to, go ahead. Feel free. Because as you see, if you want to be part of this top page, you're going to have to do quite a bit of work. I'm not even in the top spot. But, you know, I'm working on it. And mostly I'm not in the second position because I just bought a legendary for more than I probably should have. But, you know, I really wanted it. So I'm working my way back. And you know, the other day when I bought it, I only had $5 million. And I'm already back up to about where I was. So I hope my tips help. And I hope you guys have a good night. Like, subscribe to my videos. Watch out for my next video of my playthrough series coming Monday. So we'll see you all next time.